Hey guys, DJ Gamer here. So we have a video here for you guys about Rosemon. The data leaks came out earlier today that she will be obtainable through the in-game shop with 300 gems. So I'm making a tiers list right now for PvP with the new Digimon on it. A lot of people have been asking me for a tiers list because apparently there's some other ones out there that are kind of garbo. So they've been asking me for my opinion, and I think I have a pretty good tier list I'm going to put out there. But when you make a tier list, you kind of have to justify why you're doing it. You just can't just throw people nilly-willy and just say, hey, this is a tier list. Like, hey, here you go. You actually need to put some effort into it. So I'm actually here looking at all the skills and all their passes and everything to make sure that where I have them on my tiers list, because it's already done. And it took me like 5 minutes to do, but I'm making sure that I actually am justifying why they're going there. So some people are being changed, going up and down. So that's why we're here on this website right now. But since Rosemon just came out, I had to come over here because I have nothing. I know nothing about her right now. I do know that she was obtainable in JP version through 500 battle points. Some people seem to be a little triggered by that. I don't find it to be a big problem because right now she's ranked on a 7.6 here. But if you look at her like as I am right now, it looks kind of like she looks kind of bad in my opinion. So if that is the case, like I'd have to of course play with her. Pause. And check her out in like live play and see how it goes. But as of right now on paper, she looks kind of bad. And I'm okay with it being a gem purchase because I don't really want her. It is kind of garbage that it is a 300 gem that you get a 50% chance of getting her. So it kind of scares me thinking that she will come back as battle points, but I really hope not. I hope we get a better tier Digimon. I don't really like that 50%, but it is 50% and everybody else has 5%. So hopefully you get your Rosemont if you buy the egg. A lot of people are talking about a waifu, and Bandai is just like throwing out some boobies out there and stuff. But come on, like this is 2020, dude. You think anybody's really gonna be summoning for a character that has pixelated boobs? Like let's be honest here. That's not the case here. They're just throwing out a Digimon in a shop. And if you want to buy it, you buy it. If not, you don't. If we look at the actual stats, though, because this is 2020, let's look at the actual Digimon and not what the Digimon has as assets. Let's look at the stats and everything. And I'm going to advise not to be buying that egg because this is a Digimon you probably don't need. Because we have the new banner coming out, and those Digimon are going to outshine her anyways. And the new looks like the new meta is going to be a death type tech kind of team. So she is a tech damage dealer. So that is something that she has going for her. So if we look at the stats, she does have a pretty high attack, tech attack. So it's pretty high attack. She'll be doing a lot of damage. So her HP is a 5091. Her tech is a 3131. Her defense is 1120 and speed is 27. So that speed is actually really good. That tech is really high. I think my Noble Pumpkinmon is in like the 3200s right now with plugins. So that's actually pretty good for this Digimon. The thing about her, she's going to be very squishy because she has a low HP and low defense. And her skills are kind of wonky. I don't really know, to be honest. These are kind of weird translations. So if you look at her passive, it says invalidates allies that have a cool personality. So I think that that means that she nullifies paralyzation for one turn for all of the calm people on her team. I think that's what that means. I was talking to one of my buddies on the Discord, and that's what we came to the consensus with. Her main attack is a another wonky attack. It increases the defense of all enemies by 220%, and a 20%. They take damage for 20% for 2 turns. So this will be increasing the opponent's defense by 220, but they're also going to be taking 20% of their, I assume, their max HP damage for 2 turns. So essentially, you'll be doing 40% damage onto them. But then, if you see here, this means that it has 40% chance to stun them. So I'm not really sure how this really works. I'm not sure if you stun them and then they just sit there taking damage. I'm not sure if this takes damage if they attack or something. It's very wonky. I'm not really too sure about this, to be honest. And if you see her sub skill is deals 320 damage to enemies alone, increases your counter rate by 40%. So this is going to be a single target, 320 damage and increases your counter rate by 40% for 2 turns. So that's actually not bad for a single target. You could use that for clash battles, but really, I'm kind of like, this is kind of wonky to me in her passive. I think that what we came to the consensus might be kind of right, that she nullifies paralyzation because it validates allies that have a cool personality, or maybe like other aspects that make you unable to attack or something. So she nullifies something here, so that could be a good passive, but it's only for 2 turns. So in the beginning 2 turns you have that. Increases defense of all enemies by 220. That's kind of a wonky thing. I don't know why you would want to do that. Damage to all enemies by 20%. Yeah, that's cool that they take a 20% damage continuously, but like, is it 20% each turn or 20 the whole time? Like, it needs a little more clarification here. But if it's just 20%, then that's kind of bad. I guess everybody gets 20% damage, but you can do that with just a normal, just normal AoE attacks from anybody. My Pumpkinmon hits like 3 people, it does like almost 20% damage most likely. So, or you do like an AoE to everybody, and then you're increasing their defense by 220. So can you imagine if they had a Creepymon with that? You increase his defense by 220, and then he just taunts you, and then he starts getting buffed because he's getting attacked and he's taking no damage. It just seems kind of weird to have this. So I'm not really too sure how I feel about her, to be honest. I do like this skill right here. It's a 320 damage with a 40% chance to increase, or 40% increase of your counter rate for 2 turns. So she has a pretty high attack already. So can you imagine that, 320%? That's actually a pretty good attack. So I like that move. I'm just kind of a little weirded out by the passive because I need a better translation. And this main skill is just very wonky to me. I can't really think of where I would want to use this to increase the defense of your other team by 220. It just seems really ridiculously bad. Like, I don't know. Maybe if you guys play JP, let me know in the comments below if you think this is something that I'm misreading, if this is something that you think that I'm wrong about. But this I don't see how this plays out. You start off, you hit everybody, right? You hit everybody. They all get a 220 increase. They're taking 20 damage for 2 turns. So essentially that's going to be, what, 10% each turn? Or if it's 20% each turn, that'd be great. But I think it's just 20 the whole 2 turns. Then they're taking a 4% chance to, 4 enemies with a probability of 45% chance to, I think, stun them. So it's kind of weird. It would be good if you, well, I guess, like, you stun them and maybe the damage, the dot, damage over time starts ticking, I guess. But that 220, like, I don't know, man. I just think everybody's been running Creepymon in this new meta, and it's going to be really scary to give Creepymon a 220 increase to defense while he's taunting you. He self-heals, and he's getting stronger every time you damage him. So, yeah, I'm not too sure about this one. Like, buy her if you are trying to collect her. If, like, the waifu factor is something that you really are strong about, like, that's something you really are into, then maybe you can pull her. But besides that, I don't really think there's much going on here. Like I said, I'm kind of happy they don't have the 500 battle points, because I'm hoping maybe we get a different Digimon that's actually better. But just looking off the bat, she doesn't look that good on paper to me, to be honest. It's kind of weird that she's a ranked at 7.6 here. Maybe, so like with meta and stuff like that, with ranking and stuff, you do get higher rankings if other Digimon come out that help you, if they help benefit that team, like that Digimon. So maybe there's another team out there that will give her like a co-partner that would make her even better. Maybe that's the case in JP right now, but I just don't see this really working too well. I do like that speed though. Like I said, the 27 speed is something that I am really interested in. But that low HP, that low defense, the high attack is great, but low defense and HP is just kind of weird. And this wonky attack right here, I just don't understand, man. So she is a waifu. She is like hot and everything, like some people like to talk about. And I'm just not gonna spend like 10 minutes talking about how hot she is, but she's not, like, looking at PvP and gameplay and what really matters. I don't think she's really that important here, and I I do think you guys could skip on her. I really do think so. And I'm probably gonna most likely, unless I buy like, I don't know, like a crap ton of gems here from the vendor, which I really haven't been buying many vendor stones because I really don't need them. This game is actually very free to play friendly. I think out of all my stones, I've had maybe like 1,000 were vendor stones, and maybe like 2,000 were in-game purchases, because, or a little more than that, because it's like honestly $80 for in-game isn't that bad when you get a step-up banner with 460 or 450 or gems. So I really haven't, you know, in the line for the vendors is very long, so I need to make content. So it's been really difficult to get in that line to get those stones. So I've been doing pretty well without it, to be honest, with this game, because it's, like I said, so free to play friendly. Of course, if I had vendor stones and I like was able to vendor like I wanted to, I would have all the plugins and everything maxed out, and I'd have everything in the shop bot, and it'd be great. Life would be great, but like it's still going pretty well without any vendor stones. So that is very, very good thing for this game. I really do appreciate that this game is pretty free to play friendly. But when you get an egg for 300 gems, and like I said, the game is very free to play friendly, but you need to make sure you spend those gems very wisely, like I did in that last video for you guys a couple days ago, explaining a guide of how to get free rubies as a free to play, how to maximize your rubies and get like 8 summons a month and stuff like that. That's really going to be a killer when you're wasting 300 for this Digimon, who, in my opinion, is a C to B rank at most at the moment. She might get better later on, so if you guys play JP, please let me know in the comments below if she gets better later on in the future. If something I've missed, like I just didn't understand, please let me know, because like I said, this is a very wonky, very weird setup she has here. So if you guys can let me know in the comments below if you guys play JP, if there's something I'm missing here or something I'm not understanding. But as she looks right now, I think she's a total skip. Wow, that's a 12 speed. Wow, that sucks. It's gonna be a hard skip for me. So have a great night, guys. I will hopefully get that tier list out maybe tomorrow for you guys. And we'll also be doing a live stream tomorrow for the banner and the new event. So make sure you guys are there for that live stream. So have a great night, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.